I'm Evelyn, and today we're diving into a trading challenge that is sparkling conversation across TikTok, Instagram, and I've actually seen some also on YouTube Short. So this challenge is called "We Listen But We Do Not Judge" or "We Don't Judge" challenge. So this challenge involves couples or friends sharing secrets with each other while the other person listens without judging or reacting. On the surface, it's all about, honesty and vulnerability, but is there more to this trend than meet the eyes? Let's explore. So let's go deeper into what this challenge is about. Participants share confession ranging from funny to shocking, you know, revelations, all while the listener keeps a straight face. And so some of the examples of the videos are, is this spouse that admitted that sometimes when I fart, I asked if it, and when you ask if it was me, I tell you that it was the baby. That is funny, right? A friend confers to, having a fling with another friend's ex. A husband also shockingly told his wife that he regretted marrying her. So this moment are stirring up heated debate online. So here are some of the most common reaction to this challenge. I actually read some comments saying that this is oversharing, some things should remain private. One somebody also commented saying no amount of likes or view is worth ruining your relationship over. There's a comment that says some of these aren't jokes or prank. They are a way to all the other person's feeling. So while this challenge can actually promote vulnerability and trust, it's important to ask, could it have a deeper implication for your relationship? Basically, when you're about to jump into any challenge whatsoever, especially when it concerns social media, and if you feel like the challenge has the potential of training, it's very important that you ask yourself that question if it involves you and your partner or even friendship. You want to ask, would this actually impact my relationship in any way? So, but then we want to also explore the positive side of this challenge. And when we look at this challenge at its core, this challenge aimed to, encourage honesty and transparency among couples, more like a way of creating a safe space for open and communication, as it would foster, trust. It also helps to build emotional intimacy. We know that vulnerability helps, deepen emotional connection. Also, this challenge can also help to enhance communication as it opened the door for meaning conversation even after the secret is being revealed. For instance, in one of the confessions, the husband actually admitted to his wife that he spent extra time in the bathroom, not because he needed to, but to escape chaos of the home. Instead of judging, what his wife did was she used the opportunity to recognize his needs for personal space and found a way to support him. What I noticed with this challenge is for many men, husbands, they had this issue of actually going to the bathroom to hide and scroll on social media for long amounts of time. More like this confession where he admitted that he was there just to take some time for himself. I think a lot of men, a lot of women actually also made a lot of videos online about their husband doing that. So that tells us that there's a common theme here, which means I think a lot of men would actually need that support or that extra time by themselves. Not to say that women don't need that too. I think as women are recognizing that their men need that extra time or some personal space to themselves, they should also do the same to the women as well. Because for women too, these days we also go to work and we also come back to the family, so we need the time to just relax and just relax and just not do anything but just rewind. But also the same thing with the man. So these challenges help to couples to see ways that they can actually support each other. But now that we've looked at the benefit of this challenge, we also want to look at the risk and the challenges of this particular challenge. So we know that sharing secret without proper communication can actually lead to, you know, unintended consequences. So we want to explore some of the consequences. One is, unresolved emotion. So when the secret are shared but not discussed, it can actually lead to lingering feeling of hurt or misunderstanding. As we know, some of these challenges were actually, rehearsed, or some of them are maybe fake just for views. Some of them are not actually real and unexpected or shocking to some of the partner. But regardless, it's very important that we think about it, right? We not just, although the challenge says, don't judge, you keep a straight face and all. It is very important that as couples, you also just talk about it. Maybe after the video, talk about it to avoid any form of resentment or misunderstanding later on. Also, this challenge could also lead to power imbalance where one partner may have overshared and may feel more vulnerable or exposed than the other person. So creating a dynamic of kind of discomfort in the relationship. Another thing is judging despite silence, because even though the challenge says, you're not judging, there is also judging in the silence, where we could see, we watching from the outside, we could see some of these shocking revelations, reactions on the partner. Like, a case where a man said, I regretted marrying you. It was obvious on the face of the spouse that she was really feeling disappointed and sad. So these are so even though she is not responding with her voice, but her body language says everything. And this can actually about negative feelings that can affect the relationship at that moment or later on. So let's look at a balanced approach. So here is how you can actually navigate this challenge wisely. You want to set boundaries. Not every secret needs to be shared, especially if it involves past issues that no longer impact the relationship. If the issue is not important, if it's not going to impact the relationship, if it's not going to add any value to the relationship, there's no point in sharing it. Because the funniest thing about internet, it is out there and you can't take it back. So when it's past, it's past. Or there's no point sharing, basically, just let it go. Also, you want to keep it private. Consider sharing personal confession in private when nobody's actually there, just both of you, between both of you, where you guys can actually work around it. But video posted online stays there forever and could actually be misused or resurface even after you or your partner have resolved the issue. So, for example, there are cases where from jobs they will have to look through your social media platforms to see what you're doing, to see the kind of person that you are outside your resume and everything like that. And when you post revelations, or you take on challenges like this on social media, and it's more of it could basically be used against you if they are more on the negative side. So it's very important that you ask yourself questions like, do we need to participate on this challenge more on a private way, or do we need to post it on internet? And if we post it on internet, can this be used against us in any way? Maybe not, if not now, but maybe later on in the future. You also want to encourage healthy communication. So use this challenge to create a culture of openness where you feel safe sharing, but also discuss and resolve any concern. There were cases where a lot of couples shared things that were unbelievable to, or were shocking to their partner. So, this challenge will help you see that, oh my God, there is a lot of things that we need to work on, especially when it comes to communication. You want to create a safe space where your spouse feel comfortable to share their concerns or their issues. So this challenge can actually help you to, resolve, or, support your partner, whichever way you can look at it. But it's also a way to encourage open communication to avoid any form of secret later on in the future. So there are questions that you need to consider before joining any challenge whatsoever, regardless of the social media platform. So before you jump on any viral trend, you want to ask yourself two questions. You want to ask yourself, one is, if I look back at this video in, let's say, 5 to 10 years, will I laugh at it, or will I just regret or be disappointed at myself? Another question is, could this video be used against me or my partner in the future? So if your answer makes you feel confident and secure, then go ahead and post it. If not, it's better to just skip it and protect your peace. So I'm not here to discourage anybody to not share. I'm only here to just share my perspective on this particular challenge. So at the end of the day, do what works for you and your relationship. So while we listen but we don't judge, challenge can be a great tool for building trust, but we also want to handle it with care. We want to communicate openly, respect boundaries, prioritize your relationship over fleeting online trends. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumb up and share it with your friends. But also don't forget to subscribe